Hello, everybody. The carnival is officially on the road. We are here at the campus of the Hamlin Town Hall in Hamlin, New York, and we are at the 2018 Hamlin Scream Fest. Rob's here.
Hello, and this marks the debut of the Carnival on the Road tour for the end of the year. You'll never know where we're going to end up.
And that's right, and for once, we're actually where we say we are.
Oh, as if we weren't before.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how many people bought the Brigadoon thing.
I have the postcard from Mimas. I send it to you.
That's true. I do have that. Well, right now, we're actually sitting here. They were Tom and Anki, as you heard from the podcast last week, were kind enough to grant us a table so we could kind enough to grant us a table so we could...
A literal bee.
Yeah, that was a literal bee attacking me. Kind enough to grant us a table here so we could start our trial run of the Carnival on the Road. We're right next to the 89.1 The Point guys, and right next to a Beef on Weck stand, which
By coincidence,
which I will be hitting up
and
very soon.
I will do a random point about bees. I found out someone's wife got stung by a dormant bee, so you cannot trust them.
Oh, great. Well, that's fantastic. So let's see what's across the way. Across the way is a pavilion where currently our Doctor of Clownometry or Clownomics, Kaos the Klown. I don't know if you heard that scream. I don't know how sensitive these microphones are, but
I heard it. My ears are sensitive.
He's judging the children's scream contest, and he has a booth set up. Right next to him is, and I'm going to butcher his name, so I'll learn.
Hammy the pig.
Is Hammy the Clown.
The pig, isn't he a pig or a clown?
Yeah, but he's a pig clown.
Oh.
And
okay.
With Rob Wichman, I believe, the producer of Clown Motel, a short right now, but the feature is coming very soon. And it is a very interesting...
How would you describe it? Just a little synopsis, not to spoil it, but to give it a taste for it.
As per usual, teenagers to the random creepy Clown Motel. Chaos ensues. Not Kaos the Klown. Son of a bitch, that fell over. I gotta get a stand for this.
It's windy out here, everybody. We are live. We're not in our secret location, so we have technical issues like wind. And I remember one concert I was at by Village Gate. They had to put rocks and everything. We have a Red Bull holding it up.
Yeah, I should have. It's one of those picture frames you get cheap, and it comes with a little plastic thing you snap off, but then that's snapped in half.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah, Scream Contest is still going on. The weather was not kind today, unfortunately.
And it looks like it's coming back, so...
Yes, unfortunately, the weather looks like it may come back. It is gray and overcast, but when I woke up this morning, my God, was it pissing down rain.
I mean, literally, I know people that would melt if they were hit by it. Not to mention names.
Yeah,
Hi, Alicia.
Oh, Lord. Well, you cursed us all. So right now, we're just, like I say, we're doing the test run of this because now we can take it on the road and bring you people more wonderful things.
We have a lot in store. What? You will find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. So stay tuned, and we're going to give you updates as things happen.
A little observation out here, too. When you come down to Hamlin, you go down Ridge Road West, there's a lot of interesting things there. Did you see the horse skeleton in carriage? Because I saw it twice.
No, you mentioned that the other day. I didn't see the horse skeleton, but I did see the deer processing plant.
I think one time, the deer processing plant. There was a giant bowling pin we saw going down here at some shop. And oddly, an Ottawa Senators jersey, an old one. But there's a weird mystery for me. There's a turkey farm there. Now, you see turkeys there. Then, after November, they're gone. What do they do? Send them to, an island or something because they're cold?
Well, no, they end up probably eating the rest of them.
No.
Yeah, well, unfortunately,
it's Hamlin. We have to watch out for hampires.
Yeah, I sent somebody that card, and, it went over like a fart in church.
We have Hammy over here. What else do we have around here? We have your beef on weck and giant cookies.
Yeah, I'm going to hit up the giant cookies.
There's also pumpkin bowling, which is different.
Yeah, pumpkin bowling, and then down the end there's it looks like, a tractor trailer?
There's
trailer?
There's a new thing this year, I guess, about shooting zombies with paintballs.
Yeah, we walked by it, and good Lord, that zombie was getting peppered. And you know how paintball guns are.
Yeah, and
I know coming fast and hard.
When I played, they hurt. Now they've advanced them, so they used to leave a little welt. Now they really hurt, I bet.
I got shot in the neck the one time I played paintball.
But they're undead, so...
Right.
It's not going to hurt them, really. And there's pumpkin painting behind us.
Pumpkin painting is behind us on the tennis court. Kitty corner to us in the other direction is the library. They're reading scary stories in the library to the kids.
And what do you do when you're desperate for money and you ask relatives? You pumpkin for cash.
And on that note...
And you have to watch out here because there probably are some real ghosts. Around Western New York, there are plenty of ghost stories, aren't there?
Well, there's tons around Western New York. I know, actually... There's one I read about in one of the books, The Haunted Carriage Boy. It's by an intersection in Henrietta, where if you go down the road, I think it's by the intersection of West Henrietta, aka 15, and Lehigh Station Road, I'm sorry, Erie Station Road.
Erie, ooh!
Yeah, exactly. Erie Station Road, where if you go at right when it's dusk and if it's raining, then they say that the ghostly apparition of a dead child who was run over by a carriage back in, the 1800s, late 1800s, I think it was, he will appear to you. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. Yes, I've gone down there, I've looked, haven't seen it yet.
I have heard also on Manitou Road, and that's named after an evil Native American spirit, and also a cheesy 1970s movie, there's supposed to be a Mothman type being. Have you ever seen him? Has he asked for a ride or anything?
I've never seen the Mothman.
That's a tractor if you hear it or something.
Yeah, our good friend Anki from last week is driving by in a John Deere Gator, keeping an eye on things.
And Ghost Rider's walking by us right now with the flame on his head.
And unfortunately, the weather did prevent a lot of people from coming out, which is too bad. But these are the risks you take in festivals when you're outdoors.
I could speak from other festivals I know about that. One did very well one year, then the next year it got destroyed because it's Rochester and it's pouring and it's outside and it's Rochester.
Exactly, and you always run the risk of, and then we got our radio guys next to us, so you're going to get all kinds of stuff in this.
We are live this time out in the elements, so.
Well, live via delay because.
And when you first get struck by lightning.
I haven't figured out quite how to live stream yet.
But if you find a time machine, come back here and talk to us.
Yeah.
We're waiting.
Or next year, if you hear this, bring the kids. There's a lot of families, a lot of kids walking around. There's a lot of activities for the kids. Like we said, the pumpkin bowling, where you're actually bowling with little pumpkins.
And there's pumpkin painting, which is really neat. I see a lot of little kids right there working away on it. But there's also, Tom did the thing about Tom, right?
Yeah, Tom.
I always blank on names. That's nobody's fault of mine. But they did a ghost hunt the night before they did the podcast. They say the schoolhouse here is haunted.
I've heard that. I don't know much about it. I don't even know where the old schoolhouse is.
I don't know if is it this building over here? Is it around?
I don't know, because like we said before, we're on the campus of Hamlin Town Hall. It's a very big campus, very nice. Got the town hall, the library, tennis courts, the park.
There's also the famous Garland House, which is out of business now, and there's also, I know there's an apiary around here where I was surrounded. It was a horror story out of The Swarm, where literally, they won't bother you, but one of them loved me and wanted to follow me.
They even so they do hunting out here.
It's around here someplace because I got back in the day when friends made mead. I bought a gallon of honey for $12 because the Egyptians you can do. I'd play Candyman with it or whatever.
Of course, why wouldn't they? That's the kind of things you get in these, and that's another thing for people in the big cities. Go out to these little small towns, hit up these little festivals, because it's a sense of community. There's tons of people here.
Everything's local, and the thing is, it's like, suppose you're looking for something at the store. You go to some of your stores around here, you're just going to find the same old stuff. Now, say you go to a local store or one of these, you're going to see stuff you haven't seen.
Exactly. Like right now, obviously, we're looking across the way at a purple and blue-haired clown. He hasn't quite gotten we haven't quite gotten his attention yet. Our Doctor of Clownometry, Kaos the Klown.
You will hear more from him,
yes,
like it or not.
He will be on the podcast at some point.
Our invisible engineer will be scared when the clown comes to the door.
Yeah, and then, actually, in looking right across, the one thing I didn't see, Rob Wichman, he of the Clown Motel fame, is running some free games for the kids with a lot of prizes. I saw ring toss earlier.
Ring toss. That brings back every year my dad would let me play it because he figured I wouldn't win. Every year we would have a goldfish.
I was going to say, how long did that goldfish last?
Mysteriously vanished, just like my hermit crabs, which I never found out what happened to them.
That's so weird.
It is, because we had them, and then they were gone. But there's Anki right there driving by.
When I first got here, I was talking to Kaos. Apparently, they had lost a good bunch of balloons that are now probably somewhere over Lake Ontario.
So if you see some scary flying things around...
Yeah, and we were just informed by Anki that the band is about to start. So yes, there is live music.
It is the Dungarees and...
The Dungarees, who I have to ashamedly admit I'm not familiar with. Oh, look, people at the table. How's it going?
Good.
How you doing here?
Good.
Yes, we're trying to break into the podcast world, and we talked to Tom and Anki last week about the thing.
And we do one every week.
Well, live via delay. We haven't figured out how to stream yet.
We have one. We have a studio. We broadcast every 2 weeks. We do 2 episodes and put them out.
Yeah. So right now you're on it. I haven't pressed the pause button. So,
yeah, hey, we're random. So
yeah, it looks like the Dungarees are warming up. They're going to get going soon. So we're going to take a hiatus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a thing. A lot of people in costumes. We saw the Ghostbuster.
Michael Myers here.
Oh, that was you. Okay,
what's
I
your
saw
thoughts
Michael
on the
Myers
new Halloween movie coming out?
Yeah.
We're gonna go see it. I'm like actually psyched about it.
I haven't seen it yet, but
Well, they have a preview on YouTube. It comes out the 19th, but it looks impressive. I hope it's been so many.
Well,
I know. I mean,
and that's the thing. It's due for a it's due for a good reboot.
And I'm surprised Shatner hasn't sued yet over the mask.
there was a reboot that Rob Zombie tried to do.
That one, that was a little different because they kind of made him a little different than the Michael Myers of yore.
What he said was we focused on, especially the second film, was the Meyer family curse, because you have that thing with Laurie where she's getting it's almost like the ending of Psycho in the second one, about how she can't escape the family's history of mental illness. And otherwise, he was more like a big serial killer. They had the thing with him killing animals and everything. He wasn't really supernatural.
Right.
So, all right. Well, here comes the live music. So we're gonna hit a pause on the recording, and that's another thing. When you come down next year, there will be live entertainment. In addition to all the stuff for the little kiddies and the families, and this will give me a good time to probably get a beef on Weck and maybe check out some of the local vendors. We'll be back.
Maybe.
All right. How's it sound?
Good.
Well, we're joined by, what would you call yourself?
Local
filmmaker?
Yeah, filmmaker.
Adrian Esposito.
And he was walking by, we got to talking. He's pushing, Kickstarter, GoFundMe, what was it?
Indiegogo campaign.
Now, understand the scene here. There's a band called the Dungarees playing the Scooby-Doo theme, and there's a furries dressed as a dinosaur and an owl playing. So picture that in your head. Go on, Adrian, please.
Yeah, tell us a little about the upcoming project, because you mentioned to us. I think it sounds funny.
Well, Special Needs Revolt is a political satire, and it's it's the first action hero movie, and the action hero has Down syndrome, and that's the movie in a nutshell.
See, there you go. And you're going to film all locally. Where do you find the indie fund campaign for donations and whatnot?
Well, it's mostly people we know and maybe some strangers, and also a big help for the Indiegogo campaign is my good friend Bill Whedon's friends, and Bill Whedon is going to be playing the villain in the film President Kruger, and the film is basically like a trauma movie, very much inspired by trauma entertainment.
Now, I understand Lloyd Kaufman is helping with funding on the Indiegogo page.
Yeah, he introduced the promo video. And just to let me clarify, there's 2 videos for this Indiegogo campaign. One is the sizzle reel, Special Needs Revolt sizzle reel, which is on YouTube. And that has the link to the Indiegogo page. And the Indiegogo page has a separate video, although you can see the sizzle reel on the Indiegogo page too. But anyway, the Indiegogo page has Lloyd Kaufman introducing and telling everybody what the project is about, and introducing me and Bill Whedon in the video too.
I'm sorry, but if you get Lloyd Kaufman's stamp of approval, honestly, how could it be bad? How could you go wrong?
Yeah, Lloyd's a great guy. He actually donated to the campaign quite a bit of money, so I'm all hoping that he'll be a part of it as an actor.
Now, if anybody's listening to this saying, wow, that sounds really cool, how could they get involved if they want to help with the Kickstarter campaign or anything? Is there a link you can go to or anything?
Yeah, so you can donate from the Indiegogo page?
Yeah, you can go to Indiegogo.com and look up Special Needs Revolt. And like I said, the Indiegogo link is also on the YouTube page too for the Special Needs Revolt sizzle reel. That's the title for it.
Yeah, and I searched for it. I found it pretty easy on my phone, so anybody can look it up, find it. Give it a watch. Hit up the Indiegogo page. Make a donation, because you know what? We need to support local filmmakers.
Exactly.
These are the kind of films I want to see. You ever say that? Okay, there's none of these films out here I want to see. I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. And now you finally have somebody who's doing it themselves, making something that they want to see. And Lord knows it might end up being something we want to see too.
Yeah, and my friend who's playing the main character, Billy Bates, who has Down syndrome, actually has Down syndrome. He lives in Churchville, and he's a very good friend of mine. His name's Sam Dyer.
There you go. All right, world. Keep an eye out for Sam Dyer and Adrian Esposito.
Did you have another film you mentioned? Or am I hearing things before? Was there something else you said?
Yeah, I actually did a documentary too called Greetings from Tromaville, which is about Lloyd Kaufman and Troma Entertainment.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a documentary. Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I saw it on Amazon
And you're
Prime.
doing a documentary about Halloween, you said?
Well, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to try, but because I have another project, this project and another one I'm doing for my mom, so I'll eventually get to the Halloween one.
I know a filmmaking could be sometimes, like when they shot Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter,
Yeah,
they
that
were
was
shooting
awesome.
on weekends. They saw the director came, the star came to the Dryden. They were saying about how they filmed on weekends.
Yeah,
It
I
took
was
2
there.
years. I was there too. I thought the lead star was drunk. I don't know if you seemed like he was.
I don't know if you remember this, but there was a young man who said that he wanted to do a film called Zombies of Rochester, New York during the Q&A. That was me.
Oh,
I
I was up in the balcony.
Oh, see, I wasn't there for that one.
I saw it twice. I saw that, and I saw his other one, which is, now I forgot, it's like the take on, oh, come on, I own it.
Harry Knuckles?
Yes, thank you. Harry Knuckles and the Pearl Necklace, I think. The one that had the gerbil fighting scene in the wrestling match and Sasquatch. And my friends and I said this exactly. They looked at it, the way they did Sasquatch, and what they said was, if we were making a movie that's like when you were a kid, that's what we would do. It was really neat.
Yeah, I actually own Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter on DVD when he was selling there at the Dryden, and I'm friends with the guy, filmmaker Lee.
I know it's Odessa Films.
On Facebook, yeah.
That was it. I think that the lead actor of it worked in a store that he knew or something.
Yeah.
And he went from there. But I like his stuff. It's just different. It's funny. And he brings in, there's always mass wrestling, vampires. What are you going to do?
Right.
What were your influences for this? Now, what movies sort of inspired you to make these? Or
Well, I've liked Troma and the Toxic Avenger since I was 12 or 13 or 14. Actually, 12 and 13. And I've always been a fan of movies, all kinds of genres. And later I got into the horror movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween.
I have to ask, did you ever see Eat It and Run with Murray Creature? It's Ron Silver. It was a Troma film. It's about this big, he almost looks like Terror from the Baldies, but it wasn't. It was called Murray Creature, and he comes down to Earth, and he's this Ron Silver befriends him, and he eats people.
No, I haven't.
It's called Eat and Run.
It's probably
funny.
one of the ones they distributed. Yeah.
I've never seen it since.
There is one I do want to see that's on Amazon Prime for free that they've distributed called Nightmare Weekend.
I saw that one when I was looking the other day. Although I do have to admit, what I did watch last night for the first time in a while, Swamp Thing.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, Swamp Thing.
Why not? It was there.
And Return of Swamp Thing.
Well, that one's on the queue for tonight.
And there's a TV series of them, too.
Yeah, like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Return. I liked the first one. The second one was...
Yeah.
Your traditional sequel.
Yeah.
Sequel slump.
I heard they're coming out with a remake of Swamp Thing.
I've heard that. And especially in this day with the high-quality CGI we have now, I think it could be good.
Yeah.
Depends if they go Alan Moore, they want to go traditional Len Wein and Bernie White and make it straight horror, which I think would be cool.
It would be good to see like a movie like that as a straight horror movie instead of like a
action hero.
Instead of an action-y hero.
Well, there were
superhero.
There were rumors he was going to clear up his Suicide Squad, but he never showed up. Maybe out of disgust. But,
oh, that's right, because DC owns the rights to that.
Yeah, he's Vertigo now, but that's DC, same thing.
All right, so we're going to be looking for stuff for you.
You will return to the carnival.
Yeah, I will.
And then once we get a little settled in, yeah, come by the studio. We want to talk to you more in depth about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and we're going to roll from there. And thanks once again. Check it out. Find it on YouTube. Special Needs Revolt. Look for the sizzle
On
reel.
Facebook at all?
Yeah. Well, actually, it's more YouTube and Indiegogo.
So check it out on YouTube, Indiegogo. Check out the sizzle reel. Check out the other clip. Make a donation. And remember, folks, always support your local artists because they're going to make the things that we want to see the most.
And we only have a month left, so hurry up.
Our month left, so that would be early November. So get on it now, folks. Hey, and speaking of filmmakers, Rob, was it Wichman or Wichman?
Wichman.
All right. Rob Wichman is here. He of Clown Motel fame. We were talking about him earlier. And he wants to talk, well, we would like him to talk about the premiere of the feature that's coming out next weekend.
Yes, actually next weekend at Upstate New York Horror Film Festival. Actually starts on Friday, I believe around noon at the cinema downtown. And so it's a day and a half event. It's going to be starting Friday the 12th and have some films from all over, shorts, features, and a couple other like trailers and things like that.
I would tell you to get there early because I know when they do these, there's usually a line.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. And actually, it's the tickets are actually on Eventbrite too. You can pre-purchase your tickets on Eventbrite.
If you've never been there, it's a neat little theater too.
Yeah,
I like it.
The cinema is a really cool thing. And then actually, we're going to do the premiere of Clown Motel Spirits Arise. That was shot in Las Vegas and Tonopah.
I was going to say, was it Tonopah?
Tonopah.
That weird, creepy Nevada area where there's not a whole hell of a lot.
Could you describe Clown Motel a little bit? Don't give anything away, but what is this sort of...
What is Clown Motel about? It's you want to know about the motel itself, or you want to know about the movie? I'll tell you what, the Clown Motel. I've actually been out there a couple times, and it actually is. It is haunted. Some things that happened to a couple of the guys that were over there, and I'm not going to get into specifics of what actually happened and stuff, but kind of flipped a few people out while they were staying in things that happened in the middle of the night.
And that makes for a great movie.
Yeah. You know what? Exactly.
Plus, I'm sorry, it's a clown motel. That's terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah, it's right in the middle of between Las Vegas and Reno. It's about in the middle. It's called
all that old nuclear testing sites, all the desert and everything.
Oh God, yeah, that's where all that stuff was because there's nothing but desert out there.
Yep, and it's a matter of fact, the Clown Motel is actually sitting right next to a cemetery from the early 1900s.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Of course,
Yep.
it is. Why not?
Yep.
And then it was also the site of a ancient Indian burial ground and an Aztec temple and
that's right.
Roswell,
satanic rituals, Area 51, all that.
You wonder whatever happened around in that area. You never know.
God, I'd rather not think about it.
But the feature is going to be. We just had the feature in L.A. last weekend, and had a really good turnout, red carpet premiere and stuff, and a few good people showed up, and we ended up real good time, man. Real good time. We have a couple characters in there that are pretty messed up.
Like our good old buddy. Oh, the sun is poking through.
Yes, sort of.
Yeah, hopefully it don't rain.
Yeah, and because our friend over there, Hammy the Clown.
Yes.
Makes his is that his film debut? Or?
Actually, it is. It's funny because a few years ago we actually Johnny actually does paranormal investigations.
Yeah.
And we invited him out, and we ended up convincing him to play a part in the movie, and he agreed on it without even reading the script.
I see Hammy the Clown. I want to see that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, he's demented.
He looks like a kind fellow in his pictures.
No, he's a good guy. It's just that he really plays a weird pretty guy. Let's just put it this way. I wouldn't want to come cross paths with him in the dark because the stuff that he might do to you.
Well, I was actually back. I was at the Hungerford last night. We parked behind the building, and it was creepy because my friend was in a clown outfit. And literally walking back there, you think you can get bonked on the head by the Joker's rogue, pals or something. It's like, and that's what I see him coming out in an alley like that.
Yeah, he's not a small guy.
No.
He's not a small guy.
And plus, he's a clown, so.
Yeah, a weird clown.
Which makes it all the worse.
I think there's look at him over there. He's telling us his age right now.
Oh yeah. No, that's half the peace sign.
And this, wherever you are, Tony Mayhem, this is for you because I know you love clowns still.
Yeah, there's some messed up parts in there, man. But I'll tell you, if you get a chance to come out, it's Saturday. I'm not sure exactly the precise time that we're going to actually have that time slot. Unfortunately, the schedule is still being made up on that, but you get a chance, man, you want to come out and see it.
Probably find it online, hopefully, down the line. They might have it, but I know they change a lot. They do different things.
But, like I said, I mean, too, you come out and you watch the, the film festival, Upstate New York Horror Film Fest, and I'll tell you, man, it's our 5th year. It's been rated 3 years in a row. We got the top 100 out of thousands of, film festivals.
That's excellent.
So it should be a really good time.
It seems like Rochester's become very big in having film festivals.
Yep.
Are you going to be there? Is Hammy going to be there?
Hammy will be there. I
Still come out, please. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's in the public.
Yeah. I have other commitments, so I'm going to try to get there, but I do have other commitments.
Right.
Unfortunately. But
if you're premiering in LA, you're going to be pulled all kinds of different directions.
Well, I was in LA last weekend and did it in LA, and then, like I said, this coming weekend, the 12th and 13th. But I do have other commitments too this coming weekend, so I'm going to try to, to get away from those. But we'll see. But no, I think you'll definitely enjoy it. There's it's a dark horror comedy.
What is that one community service about?
Community service is about a bunch of kids who were bad and ended up doing some community service. And they ended up,
and I'll tell you, I own the movies.
I do too. I bought them today.
I enjoyed the movies.
It's
definitely did.
I think it was a pretty good movie.
I always had this observation about community service. I remember I had to do it for school, and I went to the library to get some books, and I told the person there, and she looks at me and she goes, "Oh, have you been arrested?" It's like associated with, you're forced to do it.
Well, you didn't have anybody chasing you, though, while you're doing community service, did you?
No, not usually.
No, not yet. No.
When I was in the Boy Scouts, no. Insert pun here.
Exactly. Out of all weird things, I ended up playing dodgeball with Scott Burkus, who played for the Colts for 4 years.
Scott Burkus is my cousin.
Charlotte High School.
Really?
He's my cousin.
And the funniest part, he goes like this. He's, how big he is.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
So I had to go around and have him sign in. And I go, "Are you over 21?" He puts, "Do I look like I'm over 21?" And I'm like, "Wait a second, Andre the Giant's cousin is here."
Yep.
Yeah, he used to come down to Charlotte Rec.
Yeah, and he played ball.
Yeah, for the Colts. He played.
I remember that name.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, small world.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's been my cousin.
Oh.
Yep, he's been my cousin all my life. You believe it?
As long as you've been around.
As long as I've been around, he's been my cousin. Can you believe it?
I forgot. Did he go to Syracuse or something?
Well, he played for the Bills.
Then the Colts.
And then he played, and I believe, didn't he play for
I remember
Dolphins?
Colts.
Did he play Dolphins short?
Maybe.
I think maybe a cup of coffee.
I got to be honest. I never followed him.
Well, we're random on here, so you can look it up online and find out. It's easy to find out now.
He had a cup of coffee with the Dolphins.
But he led the Colts in sacks.
That's probably what it was.
And you know what it is? Even if somebody has a cup of coffee in the NFL, they're a hell of a lot better at it.
That 99% of the population.
Exactly.
I mean, that's like,
because they take, the best of the best. And even if somebody plays one game, like my gym teacher in high school played one game for the Eagles during the strike in '87, blew out his ACLs, but still he made it.
And you're in that book. It's one of those things. Yeah. You look the book, your name is listed. If you went up to bat or something, you were in that. How many people could say that?
Exactly. Yep. No, right. It's a nice, the guys, sign their contracts, they end up blowing something out and they're done and they made millions.
It's like, come on. Get that IMDb credit, which I should have, but I don't. Somehow, thanks, Beth. But anyways.
Hey, you can always get an IMDb for, craft services and stuff like that.
Well, that's true.
I've cooked on my own films.
I want to get a thing like Bloated Corpse #2.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Dude, the thing of it is about the movies that we make too, though. Dude, I've done, I've cooked for people. I've done costumes. I do makeup. You do whatever needs to be done.
Well, the story behind Manos Hand of Fate. Who got paid? The little girl got a bike and the dog got a bag of food.
Yeah.
There you go, see?
The guy that made it was a fertilizer salesman and got assaulted in the parking lot after the movie premiere.
But
at the end it implied that the little girl was now a wife of the master, and she was, 8 or 9? some old lady beat the hell out of the guy with her purse.
And, you know, Pasolini made a movie called Salò, 120 Days of Sodom. He was murdered in Italy because somebody hated the movie so much they ran him over and drove back to run him over again.
Yeah, I heard
Jesus!
that, and I've seen that movie, so
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nobody's going to be doing that.
But that's the way. I think there's a fun to it because there's so much with the big budget things. When you have to do something that's kind of fun, I think it's just fun. That's what we dreamt of when we were kids. We used to act out and make up little movies when we were kids and how to make them. And it's just fun.
Dude, I made movies on my 8mm with my, I had a wheelbarrow full of water and I put like a little ship in there. Yeah. And made the waves for the ocean scenes and put a firecracker in there to blow up the ship.
One of the ways we did a laser gun effect, you scratched the film.
Right.
It went like right across.
Right down.
It's fun.
Yep.
But I think when you do that, it makes it a lot more personal, which then it makes it a lot better.
And I think you enjoy it then because you people are saying you enjoyed making it. That's, I think, like one of the things about Ed Wood when you see some of his stuff. Maybe it's not good, but it looks like Plan 9 to me looks like it's something that was fun.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I tell everybody too. They're like, "Oh my God, you're doing a movie." I don't care what your movie comes out to be and stuff like that. If you started from A and you finished your movie and you put it out on whatever and you have a finished product, you know what? You should be proud of it.
We did a movie once. I did a movie called Getting Personal, and it premiered at the Dryden. They had red carpet. It was on the news. No, it wasn't going to make any money, but it was just fun. And
but
people
you can look back at it and say, I did that. That is mine.
Yeah, we did it. We put it together. We did the filming. We got the money, and it isn't terrible. That's the thing. I can look at it and go, oh, don't watch. No, watch it if you ever find it. It's not bad.
Exactly. Yep. You gotta look at them different, because when you're doing it, the time it took and the heart you put into it.
You can relate to this. We had the scene of the Leaning Tower of Dessert because we filmed one scene in a restaurant in Mendon. So I'm an extra. My friend's an extra. We have this like lemon thing here, and it took how it is for filmmaking. It took 4 hours. The thing you could see it was starting to
just
lean like that.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Just roll with it.
And we used to laugh about that. We were talking gibberish because they had to pretend that we were talking in the scene. We weren't saying, so we were like just making stupid stuff up. But it was fun.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it, but that's what it is, and that's what I like. I love these kind of films. The same old formulas that come out now. Look at when they filmed Evil Dead, how they did in it. How.
Yep.
Oh, and now that is the definition of cult classic.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's good.
All right, so one more time. It's this coming weekend, the 12th and 13th.
12th and 13th.
At the Cinema Downtown.
Yep.
Check it out. Go see it. Go see Hammy. He'll be there.
And I can't resist.
Hammy.
2 Robs don't make a right.
Yeah, that's right. 2 Robs don't make it right. There you go.
2 Robs and a Zach.
2 Robs and a Zach.
2 Robs and a Zach.
And then,
now you can have a Zach, a Rob, and a Hammy coming up.
We're gonna go drag Hammy over here.
Go get some Hammy. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
yep.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.
All right, passing off Rob, we've now got Hammy the Clown. Hello, Hammy.
How you doing?
And we were talking. He's making his film debut, from what I understand.
Feature film debut,
Feature film debut in. What is it? Clown Motel. What's the
Spirits Arise?
Spirits Arise.
Now this is it based on the short, or is it an extension, or is it completely different?
It's based off the short, but it's a lot better.
Right.
A lot better than the short.
It's almost like Frankenweenie when they had the 14 minutes and they did a whole movie.
Yeah, this one's a lot better. It's not as much like the short was all masked. This is mainly paint, face paint, and full out costumes.
And you were in Nevada filming this one?
Yep, Nevada, LA.
Is that a big thing down with the face paint? Because I know our Clownomics professor, Rellik, you have to register the makeup if you're a clown and everything, or not? Or not like you?
I didn't have to do any of that, so I don't
know.
know.
Well, that's just for the role, I'm sure. It's different.
Yeah, maybe Joe and them had to.
I guess if you become a character, you have to register it and everything?
I think there's actually like an international clown registry.
No kidding.
Yeah, like I guess they get pissed off if you take their gimmick.
Hopefully I didn't take anyone's gimmick.
Well, I think it's different if you're just doing it in a movie.
Yeah.
But
what's
mine was created.
Like? What's he like? Is he?
He's considered a sexual deviant clown.
Nice. I'm liking it.
It's kind of drag makeup, so I guess maybe he's bisexual or curious.
He's all thing, and I got the.
We all have your picture here.
8x10, and it's.
Oh yeah, the eyeshadow.
Yeah, the eyeshadow.
Oh yeah, I'm all makeup.
That's how to do it.
I got my friend a picture. Hi, Pauline, love you. I got my friend a picture. I got one myself, but my friend loves Divine and all that. Mm-hmm. She'll love that.
And from what I was talking to you guys earlier, Hammy the Clown is not a nice person, is he?
No, I come off nice.
Yeah, until the stuff hits the face.
Yeah, I usually finish with some killing.
Which is good. And then I guess is, according as Rob put it, some messed up things.
Yeah.
Vile things. So get down to the cinema downtown this coming Friday and Saturday. Yeah. Check it out. You'll be there.
Yeah.
I will be there, yes.
So come meet Hammy. Yeah. Meet him before because you may not want to talk to him after.
Is there anything online to see? People want to get a look at you before that?
There's a trailer online. I also do, separate from this movie, I have a paranormal show that I do.
Oh, really?
Called Paranormal Crossroads Live. We do it on paranormalwarehouse.com. That's my main gig that I do.
Were you part of the... when Tom went on the ghost tour here, were you around that?
Not for this. I haven't done anything here.
Is there anything you know of locally around here that's like myth-wise, or there's supposed to be a Mothman on Manitou Road, I've heard.
Yeah, the Mothman's in like a few places, locally and in other places. So I don't know how much truth is to it, but
I think every area has their own Mothman or version.
Oh yeah, some type of myth.
It's that I was driving on a dark road, and what the hell was that? You know, one of those things.
Yeah. And then, the lady in white.
White, yep, and that one's completely false, fake.
Really?
Yeah, they have the one wall.
Yeah.
And in Duran or whatever, and I found out, a buddy of mine told me, I looked it up, and it actually used to be basically a VFW post.
Oh.
And that's one of the walls from the perimeter around the building. So really it had nothing to do with a castle or anything like that.
Oh, people are going to be so disappointed.
I know, it ruined my day when I heard it.
That sucks. But that's the thing, and that's why, because paranormal, many people don't believe in it. I think it's ignorant to believe that it's not possible. But you have to separate the fact from the fiction and, the touristy stuff.
We went to a school where the library was supposedly haunted, and you didn't want to be down there some nights because it was weird, wasn't it? Did you feel that way?
Oh, at U of R, yeah. U of R is a little creepy, some areas of it. I never had an issue at the library, but the old gym, it was weird. Like, there's pianos down there in practice rooms. All the rooms were locked, and we heard a piano playing.
Oh, no kidding.
And as I turned to my friend who was working student aid at the time, I said, "Should we leave?" He was already leaving.
You ever have the one? I've had the one with my dogs out, and they always say about animals, things. And we'll be in the woods or something, and then you want to get out because you don't know. It's
where we actually filmed the movie, the Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted hotels in the U.S.
Rob was saying this is like a very sort of scary area for that.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting place. We had a few things happen in our room. The guy who actually did my makeup, his name Nicholas Vincent, goes by Clown Envy. He's pretty famous. He's out of Atlanta. He's gay, and he was my roommate for the movie. Did my makeup, and we were talking about basically him being gay and having a discussion. I'm straight, but I play a gay clown, kind of. And as we were talking, we had a bag full of stuff come out of the closet through the air and land right in between us on the floor.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so we had a few things happen when we were out there.
I think in the parlance, that's a time to leave moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's time you should be leaving. We're not welcomed here.
Yeah.
Well, we were there for 3 weeks, 2 weeks, so.
And that's the thing, because when you see stuff like that you can't immediately explain away, that's freaky.
And you hear about some sets that are cursed, they call them, because bad things happen while they're filming.
Well, we filmed in a cemetery, too.
That's you heard about the curse of Poltergeist, where they think that a lot of cast members had tragedy because it was on a real Indian burial ground.
Well,
so there's like a lot
of the little girl died very young, but that was a medical.
The one girl was murdered by her boyfriend.
Yeah, later on.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff on that set.
Well, let's hope you didn't bring anything back from Nevada with you.
Yeah. It wouldn't be any worse than what I bring back from the regular places I go to. So.
Oh, hello. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
So, I got to ask you got the shirt. Stooges fan?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, Curly, obviously.
Yeah. I love all the early ones, except for Stop, Joe Besser.
Disorder in the Court was the first one I saw back in the day. Drop the vernacular.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's a 3.
My dad's a Shemp fan, though. He's one of the only ones. But, I mean, Shemp was different. He had a different style.
And that's it. You can't compare the two of them.
And you always... Larry is so unappreciated.
Yeah, they're all different.
Yeah. But we have to tell the story then. One time, I guess they were filming I Never Heil Again. And what happened, Mo had to go to a birthday party.
The Nazi parodies. You know, trivia fact, Mo Howard was the first actor to portray or to spoof Hitler.
No kidding.
Because Charlie Chaplin, they had completed filming of The Great Dictator but hadn't shown it yet. So Mo Howard was the first guy to do Hitler.
Wow.
He had to leave because it was his daughter's birthday. He didn't change. He's still in the Hitler-type regalia.
No kidding.
And I guess the police were inundated with Hitler in a convertible running red lights on like Santa Monica Boulevard.
Was it Gallstone, Hailstone, and Pebble?
Hailstone, Gallstone, and Pebble. I'm sorry. I love the Stooges. I have the box set.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
And
people don't realize, watch Abbott and Costello sometime. Lou Costello ripped off Curly.
Yeah.
Curly's unappreciated genius. I mean, he just...
Now Larry's the unappreciated genius.
Yeah, because Larry he always did something. He was always...
He could be in the scene with those two personalities and not get lost.
Yeah, they were great.
But we digress away from mutilating clown to talk Three Stooges. But one more time for all you horror movie fans. Friday and Saturday, 12th and the 13th, the cinema downtown. It is Clown Motel, Spirits Arise, and apparently spirits did arise.
They did.
That
Clown
place
Motel.
might have something. It's been around a long time.
There's a
that
bunch
cinema.
of things. The cinema, yeah, could too. On the 13th, after the festival, at around 9 p.m., if you guys want to check it out, Paranormal Crossroads Live will be going live from the Hinsdale House. Hinsdale, New York.
Excellent.
We go there a lot, but we'll be live starting at 9 p.m. on paranormalwarehouse.com.
Oh, people want to find you. Is it easy online?
Yeah, my name's Johnny Perotti with Paranormal
Hammy.
Crossroads Live out of Buffalo. And yeah, I got Instagram, all the same name. Just look up PCL, you'll find us.
So there you go for all you paranormal fans. Check them out, local, because you know what? It's the local groups that you really got to go for because they're the ones that have their finger on the pulse of the history of the area.
And the 13th is actually our 75th live episode.
Excellent.
We are 100% live. There's no editing. You see firsthand as we see it.
See, that's cool.
So think if they get murdered by somebody.
Yeah, if we die,
if we die, that footage may not be shown, but...
Oh, you'll see it. You'll see it.
You may not forget it.
Yeah.
You won't unsee it, let's put it that way. Yeah, so come down, talk paranormal, talk clowns, talk to Hammy.
Come get a picture,
You're
autograph,
gonna want a
whatever
picture.
you want.
They're great.
You'll be selling pictures and autographs.
It looked like my date in high school.
Uh-oh.
And on that note, thanks, Hammy.
Yes,
Thank
thanks a
you
lot.
guys for having me
We're
on.
looking forward to the movie.
Beautiful.
Thanks a lot.
And the guests keep on coming. Right now, it's our own Doctor of Clownomics and Clownometry. Kaos the Klown is here.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This Chaos out here
I
at
just saw
Hamlin
Harley
Scream
Quinn
Fest.
smiled at me, then whoa, Chaos!
Hell yeah.
Then the other-
Harley Quinn scares me.
It's all right. So what's going on, man? How you enjoying the fest?
Oh, I am having a ball out here. MCing the Scream contest. Got deafened by a little kid.
Man,
Some of those kids could scream.
Oh, it was just nuts. You know, I need new ears or earplugs. Yeah, one of the two.
So where did Chaos come from? Because when I first met you, it was Rellik.
Yes,
And
yes.
then his brother Chaos came into
Yes,
came
Rellik
into-
is my brother. Yes. Chaos came. He went out to Rolling Hills Asylum. I'm sure you're all aware of Rolling Hills.
We've heard of it.
I've
yeah.
been to it, yes.
Been to it there, of course. I was out there and I just felt this possessing force. Come and find out it was Roy Krause. You can Google him. 7 foot tall, very scary entity in Rolling Hills.
Is that the serial? There was the story, and I told Hammy this. There's a story. They said there's a town there that starts with an L. I forget the name. It's right by Rolling Hills, and they said there were serial murders. And what happened is they think one of the inmates was getting out of Rolling Hills, doing them, and coming back. He must have liked the food or that didn't know it, but that's.
I don't know about that. I mean, I've heard that story. But Roy Krause was actually a patient. I think in like the 1800s. He died there. And I became possessed by him and figured the best way to hide among the living is a carnival clown.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I would too. I mean,
it's the best way. Nobody looks at me funny. They just look at me and laugh and run away in terror.
Because clowns are terrifying.
I know one of my friends there sat down on the morgue table downstairs, felt a hot thing by her neck, got up.
Oh yeah, no. See, I don't think I would run around Rolling Hills at night. That is a little creepy. You know, I want to do the overnight once, but you know, if I could go as Chaos, you know, Chaos would go, but I don't think.
Well, he'd feel at home. Maybe you could drop him off again. But wouldn't that kill the gimmick?
No, that wouldn't kill the gimmick because it would just continue. There'd be another possession.
Where did Rellik come from?
Rellik. That's an interesting story. Rellik was actually a carnival clown. He, worked for a traveling carnival. Unfortunately, the carnival was sold. When the carnival was sold, though, everything was just kind of buried. They buried everything under the dirt, and they forgot about poor little Rellik, and they buried him. You know, about 100-something years later, some unsuspecting fool bought the land and started digging it up, and Rellik reappeared. He has actually ripped the face off that person that had bought the land, and that's why his face now looks like he is completely ripped apart and stitched back together. Rellik is one you do not want to
and
meet
I guess
anywhere.
Preview time, too. This is a great event. Next year you have a scare camp, don't you?
Yes, I am working on basically it is a haunted campout. It's going to be scavenger hunts, games, abductions. Yes, of course. Zach knows a little bit more about this.
Oh yes, Rellik and I have talked at length about this.
Yes, that would be Rellik's event, but there will be abductions. There will be. It's an 18 and over event. No drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. Every actor is able to touch you, grab you, abduct you. You know, it is an adult event, of course.
And you have a limited people who are interested, because who wouldn't be? Sounds great. It's a limited amount of people. You have a limited amount of people who can come. You have to sign up and everything, don't you?
Well, tickets, when we get this officialized, tickets will go on sale.
It is a while yet, but
February or March, I believe. Tickets will be about $135 a person. We will have between 150 and 300 tickets, depending on how much Rellik wants to torture that night. But it is one night, 13 hours. You'll come like on a Saturday afternoon. You'll leave Sunday morning if you're alive.
And I have to ask, who has been, just an example, not getting no name or anything, but what has been one of your best scares at one of those events? Do you ever get anybody, oh, I'm so tough, I'm not afraid, and he like basically wet himself?
Yeah, I actually had at a camp out down south in Pennsylvania, a guy about 350 pounds kept telling me over and over that I wasn't going to terrorize him. He decided to go to bed. That's the biggest mistake at any camp out. He went to bed, we grabbed him, we yanked him out of his tent and threw him in the back of a garbage truck. He wet himself, repeatedly, screaming, crying like a little girl, and said he would never return. That's the goal that I always have for
duct tape him to a tree or something.
So really, you're not looking for repeat business.
Oh, we love repeat business if they can survive.
Yeah.
That is the problem, is you have to survive 13 hours with my brother Rellik. A lot of other scary creatures, some voodoo priestess.
Does Chaos ever appear there? Do you appear?
Not usually. We try not to appear at the same place. I'm not as violent as Rellik is. Rellik carries a real machete around.
It's like saying a hurricane is as bad as a tornado. Think about it.
Yeah, that's one of the problems is, we're two completely opposite characters. But there may be a chance that Chaos may appear at one of Rellik's events. You just have to keep an eye on Facebook and, of course, the carnival randomness here to figure out when it goes.
Yes. But on that plug note, it's Rellik, the Clown of Nightmares.
Yes, it is.
Rellik.
Of Nightmares.
On Facebook, Rellik Nightmares.
Rellik Clown of Nightmares.
Yeah, Rellik Clown of Nightmares.
Chaos the Klown.
Kaos.
Yes.
Kaos.
And Clown is spelled with a K. Or you can go to our business page, which would be Rellik Nightmares New York, NY. That is the business page that both myself and my brother Rellik work under.
And when you find Chaos's page, you will see the lovely flowing purple and blue mane of...
In the goatee, or is that, or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah, I just recently braided my goatee.
I think it looks good.
But
it's a good
it wasn't braided before. I kind of look like this hairy guy over here that's on the podcast with me.
Try the multicolored nose, too.
Yes. The purple and blue nose matches my purple and blue hair. So, I do a nice color scheme.
Good genetics.
Yes.
So there you go, folks. keep an eye out for it, February and March.
And you're going to be judging now here? What are you judging next?
Oh, yes, we are going to be doing a costume contest. I have multiple categories. I have, if I can get my paper open, I have homemade costume, scary costume, which of course I would win.
Oh, yeah.
The adult costume, which I would win. Funny costume, which I would win. And the most stylish costume, which I would win.
You would win.
Yeah.
So pretty much I would win all the categories, but I'm judging.
Yeah.
We have, let me see, who do I have guest judging for that? I have Frank from Demon Productions, Jeff Hoffman. I have one of the Rock City Roller Derby girls, Hater Tot, will be over there. Hammy, of course, who was just on the podcast.
Hammy, he meandered somewhere. He'll be back.
Yes, Hammy will be one of the guest judges. And then I believe Michael Myers is making an appearance.
Oh, great. Is he going to take a stab at judging?
Yes, he's going to take a stab at it and see how well he does.
The other thing I was going to say is people, I've got some
look,
really...
like these people just wandering by, these superhero villain type people.
I've got... Hello.
Hello.
You're quite a handsome fellow, I must say.
Red Skull's here.
This is the Red Skull.
Thank you. Would you like to say hi to the podcast?
Hello.
Say hello, Red Skull.
Hello, Red Skull.
Hello, Red Skull. I know that joke.
Oh, God, he's a comedian.
Oh,
Yes, I know. We might.
That's
Hail
what
Hydra.
Pat says. Oh, Hail Hydra. Sorry. One-handed version, not so acceptable.
No, not acceptable. He slacked off a little bit on that one.
Yes.
Well, maybe we'll come by and say hi there.
Yes,
You have to come by for the costume
Yes.
contest I'm going to do here shortly.
Excellent.
And the other thing, too, is I've got some really nice pictures. Well, scarily nice of you. Is there any way to get your merchandise if you're ever...
You can go on to any of my Facebook pages, send me a private message, and I am able... Oh, no, you are fine,
no,
ma'am.
you're
Come,
fine.
look.
Come say hello to the terrifying
Here.
clown.
Yeah.
This is the Carnival
Hey,
of
who are
Randomites
you?
podcast.
Would you like to say hi? Say something?
Hello, my name is Unika Shepherd. I'm a candidate for family court judge. That's
Nice.
And where does this encompass around here?
Oh, yes, it does.
The area.
Yeah, countywide race. Countywide race. Been a lawyer for over 10 years. Currently working in family courts now, looking to make sure that kids are protected, safe, doing well. Also mentor kids through karate and through my sororities, 85 Beta Sorority Incorporated.
Oh, good.
So election November 6th.
There you
Look
go.
at that. We got a local celebrity.
There you
Go,
go.
local. Get out and vote, people.
Yes.
The clown. She's with the clown here.
Yes, the clown will vote
We don't
as
want
well.
clowns in office. We want good, qualified judges.
I think
Well,
I
for
could do
him,
it.
because he would enact the legislation, you would pass it.
Yes, I would survive. I would be a really great judge.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
God, that would go over well.
Yes, that would go over extremely amazing.
Thanks a lot.
Nice meeting you.
Oh, Hammy's back. He's over at the booth.
Oh, there's Hammy's fat self. I wanted him to be in his dungarees with his nipple hanging out, but they said no.
It's not too family friendly.
No, definitely not. I don't even know where we were. Oh yeah, getting merchandise.
Send him a message.
Yes,
Get
you
some
can
merch.
They're
send me a
great
private
picks.
message.
They're all cool stuff.
Yes, I have new shirts that will be coming out. I'm just doing a test run on them. You will see them on my pages once the product is up. It is actually a custom artwork design of myself and Rellik combined together in a
Like
heart.
on the poster there?
Yes, on the
That's
poster.
excellent.
That poster is high quality.
Yes, that will be on the shirt with all my information on the back, of course. And if you happen to see my car driving around, I have my big Rellik Nightmare sticker on the back of it. Be sure to honk, wave. Don't run me off the road,
Honk,
please.
wave, don't crash into.
Yeah, don't
because-
crash into me. Just keep driving straight and wave. That works perfectly.
Yeah, that'll be fine. That's all we need.
Yep.
Yes, pretty much. Well, I think I have to go
Yes, we're going to.
do my thing.
He's going to disappear into the not darkness because it's like 3:30.
And when they find the bodies, he was with us.
I did not do it.
or so he claims.
Yes.
So keep an eye out. Rellik the Clown of Nightmares. Killer spelled backwards. Real easy to remember.
Yes.
Kaos the
I never
Klown.
noticed that, just like you never noticed the Namor thing.
Yeah. I never noticed that Namor was Roman.
I never noticed that for Rellik.
Now you know.
Now we know, and knowing is half the battle.
Okay.
Bad Company stuff that's not, it's a little off the beaten track.
That's what I like.
We do Silver, Blue, and Gold, and we also do Crazy Circles, which is never really one of their big hits, but one of my favorite songs by them.
That's what I like. I mean, you get so many people when they play like Johnny Cash. They play. It's always the same ring of fire.
I wrote sound in the middle of a sentence like an idiot, but
it's all right. It's random. I was just talking away. It's
come
me.
Over to join us, and they just finished up a really good set.
Well, thank
really
you.
Good set, some really good music, and he came over, sat down, wanted to shoot the breeze, and we were.
Yeah.
And I sadly interrupted his.
It was okay.
Oh, no,
it's
you're
random.
good.
We're talking about Bad Company though. Silver, Blue, and Gold.
We're just shooting the breeze over here, having some fun. Well, I can tell you, I might as well plug the new CD that we're working on. We recorded one CD. I mean, I wrote all the songs on this CD that's coming up. You heard a few of them tonight. We played a handful of them. There's probably 4 or 5 songs, and we are currently in the studio recording it. We didn't do a couple of them that I wanted to do. There's a song called Midnight Moonshine. Well, we sing a lot about whiskey and women because I've been around the world and I really still haven't found anything better to sing about.
No, and I don't think you ever will.
So I don't think so either.
That's the zenith of music.
We have a kind of we have a whole Celtic set that we do as well. So
I see your demonic leprechaun there on your pin there.
Exactly. And interesting enough, obviously you guys have heard of Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, yes.
Well, his cousin Reggie lives here in Rochester, and he did the artwork. And this is Liam the Leprechaun, who came off of our first album. And we're thinking about calling the second album. We did a song called The Banshee earlier. And we're thinking about calling it Scream of the Banshee, which is also, kind of gives that little bit of haunty, evil edge to what we do. You know what I mean?
St. Patrick's Day, too.
St. Patrick's Day, we're killing it.
Yeah.
We're all over the place.
I never knew that Jimi Hendrix's cousin lived here.
Reggie is an amazing player. Believe it or not, plays left-handed, just like Jimmy. Now he doesn't flip his guitar upside down, but he does play.
Oh, he actually has a left-handed guitar.
But he's also a lefty. So
trivia about Jimi Hendrix too. When he got big, like around '67 or so, Rochester was the only tour date he didn't sell out.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you remember who he was touring with?
No, that one
The Monkees.
Oh,
and that's some more trivia. That the first time he came to Rochester, he was touring a little known. No, people didn't really know who Hendrix was. So I mean, he was bigger in England, really.
Yeah.
And then when he went on tour with the Monkees of all bands, who I mean, really, they weren't even really a real band.
No, they weren't. They were just basically our answer to the Beatles, who they auditioned them, and all you know now is Davy Jones was the inspiration for how Axl Rose moves on stage.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
Watch
about
Axl Rose how he moves. I guess he took that from Davy Jones.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
From his locker.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder how many people that had the chance to see him are kicking themselves now for not being able to, for not going.
Right.
I hear, as I get older, I hear those stories all the time about, I was going to go see the Beatles, but they were going to play again. No.
Right.
They'll be around forever. No.
Exactly. But getting back to the CD, we probably have most of the drum tracks laid down for this thing, and there's right now we have about 15 songs. We might be able to, kind of weed out any songs we think are a little bit weaker. We're really going to. I'm not sure where we're going to do the CD release party.
Where do you play usually around here?
Well, we used to play at Johnny's a lot.
It's closed.
Yeah. Johnny's is closing. I think they already had last call there. I'm not sure.
They sold out the shirts already. I found out.
Did they?
Yeah. People were trying to buy them up.
I mean, our slogan is with the Dungarees, stick that in your pants. So that says that on our T-shirts as well.
That's on the pin, too?
Yeah, and the pin, yep. Dungarees, stick that in your pants. We just thought it was kind of a, we needed a good catchphrase,
Well, it's a memorable one.
People
aren't going to forget it.
Right.
You need a good mascot. You have one right there.
Exactly. We were actually thinking about hiring a small person to maybe pass a hat and dance around like a leprechaun.
Zach will do it.
Will you do it? Great.
I'll be
World's largest leprechaun.
No, the leprechaun with acromegaly.
Excellent.
See?
All right. Sold.
So
we got
it. 2 markets at the same time.
I'm liking it. Where
can people find you if they want to get a hold of you, look for tour dates, show dates?
The best way to get a hold of us is to go on our Facebook page, which is Dungarees Rochester. for one. And then for two, just come out and see us. We're playing we're playing at the Scream Fest today. It's for those of you who are listening, you already missed it. But needless to say, we are playing next weekend at Fanatics Pub out in Lima. And just keep your eyes and ears open for the band, the Dungarees.
Where can they get your CD? Is it online? Do they have to see you in person or online?
You can get it online. You can contact us through our Facebook page. Also, I don't mind giving out my phone number, which is 585-944-3939. 585-944-3939. They can call me. I own a store called the Vacuum Center out in Henrietta, where I repair vacuums and I do that kind of thing.
Yeah,
are you in Henrietta?
I am.
Where are you?
No kidding. When you were in Mushroom Boulevard is?
Oh yeah, I was just down there the other day looking for I saw the Vacuum Center.
Yeah, that's me. That's my store.
Okay.
And I sell the CDs right there in my store, and I sell the T-shirts.
I might be needing you because I have some commercial vacuums that need work.
Yes.
Okay. Well, our slogan for that store is "Our vacuums suck."
Excellent.
So that's no. But obviously you can see I have fun with slogans. Stick that in your pants, and our vacuums suck. Exactly. So. But hey, fellas, I think I'll let you go.
Thanks.
Very good talking to you.
I like the music.
Yeah.
Check them out, Dungarees Rochester on Facebook.
Yep.
And keep abreast and look for the new CD coming out.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah,
okay. And I think that is going to do it for us here.
It looks like it's going to rain, and Kaos wanted us to come out in the woods with them, and I don't know if we're going to come back. Yeah. I think Hammy's there, and Hammy's hungry.
Hammy's hungry. Thanks to all our guests.
Thanks to the Harley Quinn girl who's out here. There's a little girl with rabbit ears and vampire blood on her lips. I don't want to encounter her. But you do want to come down here next year. It's really fun.
Keep an eye out for it. Hamlin Scream Fest.
They got some good hot sauces.
Yeah, there was a place down the road. There's a hot sauce place in Henrietta. I'm going to check that out because why not? Everybody loves hot sauces. So for all of our guests, for Rob, Tom, the Dungarees, Hammy the Clown, Rob Wichman, Kaos the Klown, and his absent brother Rellik, thanks for joining us. This has been the first episode on the road.
Look for more.
Hopefully you enjoyed it. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that will be that.
Bye-bye.